Welcome to Cleaning Company Blueprint. Over the last 10 years, we've helped thousands of people start their own cleaning companies. We're currently hosting a 21-day program on Zoom, and we're posting the recordings here live on YouTube. So if you want to follow along, subscribe and like the video.
Today is day 6. We're going over how to design your website using ConvertLabs.
So again, yesterday we kind of went over how to select a website theme. So I'm just going to go over that again, and then we'll go into detail on how to actually edit that site. So when you're inside of ConvertLabs, you're just going to go to website, and you're going to be able to preview all of these themes. So you can just click on, preview. And you're kind of just looking for like general layout, really, because that's the harder thing to change on here. So colors and everything else you can change, but go ahead. If you don't like this theme, you can go take a look at another theme. And then when you find one that you like, you just click on select theme up here, and then it'll go through the process of getting your site up. So here is just a temporary subdomain. This is where we're going to put your site before we connect it to your domain. And if you have your domain, then this is only going to be for a couple of seconds, but it doesn't really matter what you put in here. We could say awesome aids. Again, this is temporary. Doesn't matter what you put in here. We just want to make sure that it's available. So then you're just going to select. And I don't know if it's going to work. You're not going to see this because it's included with your subscription, but your site at this point will start to get created, and then it'll be up. And then the other thing too is if there's domains here, there'll be a little toggle on this. You want to make sure that that's toggles on. And if you just click on your domain, then you're going to see it up and running. So that's the process of getting your site up. And now we want to actually, once your site is up, edit your site. So when you go back to website, you're going to see this, which is you're only going to see one website. And what we're going to do is we're going to edit this one. So what I like to do is click on the name, and you're just going to basically, it's going to open up in another tab. So that way you can see the things that you're going to be working on and how it's affecting the actual site. And then what you want to do is you want to come here and then click on edit website. And that's going to open up the website editor. This is what's going to open up. This is basically your dashboard on how to edit your website. And just really quickly, if you want to edit this widget here, and you want to edit your booking form here, and then also your gift card and login, that's going to happen inside of ConvertLabs, not the website editor. So the website editor, you're basically going to edit, this content, the images, and all the stuff down here. So we're on the home page here. So if we want to edit the home page, we're going to click on pages, and then we're going to find the home page and just click on it. And here you're going to see basically, this text, how Phoenix Clean Casa works. Oh, I'm sorry, header. So here we see Phoenix Premier Home Cleaning Service. And if we go here, this is the text. So if we want to edit this text, we would basically go and edit it here. And then you want to make sure that you click on update after you do that. So if you want to edit the background, you can do that here as well. And then all of the other corresponding stuff. And then you'll see these different sections here, like how it works. So if I go back to the theme, this is the how it works section. So we have book, clean, relax. And then if we go up here, we're going to see book, clean, relax. So if you want to edit any of this copy, that's basically how you do it. You can also edit the images. And then after that's done, just make sure that you click on update, and you'll see it reflected on here in real time. And then let me go back. And that's also with all of the other pages as well. A couple of other things. Let me click on appearance and then customize. So there's a couple of other things to edit as well. So if you want to edit your logo, you can do that here. And then as well as the colors, you can edit that there as well. And then if you just scroll through, you'll see these different menu options. So this is for your footer. So this is how you can edit all of the items that are here on your footer. So your email, phone number, address, copyright, all that stuff can be edited there. And let me see if there's anything else. Site identity. So this is what's going to be on the title. So that's what basically goes in this tab right here, where it says, actually, let me see if I can move this bar here. There we go. So up here at this bar, we see Phoenix Clean Casa book in 60 seconds. That's where this is right here, the site identity. And then let me see if there's anything else. Don't need to change that. Menus. There's actually a different place to change menus that I like to use. So let me just go there. Okay, so your menus are basically, one second. Right here where we see home, about us, checklist, booking page, contact, gift card, help, and login. Those are going to be under menus. And this is really the only things that you really have to change on here. But here we see the main menu, and we see home, about us, checklist, booking page, etc. So if you want to, you could play around with the order of it. So what I'll do here is I'll just do that and save menu. And then what we're going to see here is that these are going to be flipped. So I've basically flipped those. So if you want to change the order, you can do that there. I like to keep login on the very right. And you're probably not going to see login on your website when you first use it because we don't have a link for that. And again, what this is actually, what the login is where customers can log into your website. So to get this link, what we're going to have to do is go to booking, settings, and then customer portal. And we did brush over this yesterday. You're just going to want to enter in like your company name or an abbreviation of your company name. And it also has .convertlabs.io. So that whole link, what you're going to do is you're basically going to click on custom links and you're going to put that here. So it'll be taskjoy for this account .convertlabs.io. And you're going to put login and then add to menu. And it's going to add in that login link like I just did right here. So we've already added it for this account. So that's why there's two. But I don't want this, so I'll just remove it and save the menu. All right, so those are basically the main three things. You have the different pages for you to edit the copy and the images on your pages. You have the appearance to edit like some of the logos and stuff. You can go to customize, and then the menus if you want to edit your actual menus. And also if you go to, let me see, cleaning services, you're going to see here standard, deep cleaning, bi-weekly and monthly, and that corresponds with the footer. So on this footer, we're going to see here cleaning services, standard, deep cleaning, bi-weekly, monthly. So if you want to have it, so it's basically just a duplicate of your main menu, you can do that. You can also do service areas here as well, just to kind of highlight the different areas that you're in. So there's that. And then there's also an FAQ section. So if you wanted to edit the FAQ, and that's basically going to be your help page on this example. So here we have help and FAQ. What is my, your refund policy, all of this. To edit that, you'll basically go here. And then you'll see all of the corresponding items in here. And there's some stuff by default, so you can kind of easily see, what you're editing in real time. So if you're not familiar with WordPress and if you get stuck on it, definitely reach out to us. We can just, we can do a lot of things for you. We're not going to be able to edit your site, but we could definitely fix anything if it breaks or add in your logo or anything like that. So I think with that, I'll stop my share. And I know I kind of went over that pretty fast, but it's really just kind of three main things, plus your FAQ that you're really going to be editing on there.
That was awesome, Kevin. Thank you. Can I screen share our website just so you guys can see the customization of it a little bit? Do you mind if I do that, Kevin? Okay.
Of course.
So Jen did all of this before I came on board. So this was all done by Jen. She took about a month to do this. You don't need to take that long, and I'll let Jen speak more about why she took the time that she took. But I'll just say the most important part of this, the reason this works, this whole system works, is that when people arrive immediately to your website, they see the information they want right away. So we're not making them phone us. We're not making them click through a million different pages. We're not getting them to read a whole lot of text. We're going straight to, what do we do? An exceptional cleaning company in, and then your location. Okay, so you're telling them right away, we're an exceptional cleaning company in Victoria, BC, and then your phone number. And then this little widget that comes up, and there's a few different versions of this, but the gist of it is you're capturing their information, but you're also giving them the price. And what they're doing is they're shopping around and they're checking, how much does this cost? So just give them the information right away. Then they go into the drip campaign. So Kevin went over this in yesterday's call, but there's 7 emails that can go out to these people. So if they, as soon as they fill this out, they'll start getting these emails. And they do convert. So remember, everything about Convert Labs is about converting leads to actual customers. Okay. So you'll notice that our second line there is not anything but our phone number. So we just went straight into phone number. When you choose your images, and this is something that you just have to do as you go along, and Jen can talk more about this, but you do need to think through the fact that you want to make sure that this is legible, this section, and see how it's kind of clear behind it. So like you have to choose images that make sense with this particular page, okay? And then the next important thing is smiling happy faces. That converts, so you want to have smiling happy faces. And then we don't have too many words, okay? So they're not going to read it, so just don't bother. This is auto-filled. We'll go over this another day, but this is from Nice Job, which is the people that we recommend you use for your reviews. And then I'll go into this section here. So this is where we get into our backstory. And this is something that as you go along, as you start answering the phone and talking to clients, people will ask you, why did you start this company? Especially when you first get started. And so we wanted to have just a one-liner that was about us. So that's what this is. We're locally owned, very important in 2023. Okay, so locally owned, which you are. Sister operated business that believes booking a house cleaning service should be as easy and convenient as online shopping. We are literally talking directly to our ideal clients here, okay? And then you can see the rest. Feel free to copy and paste, guys, like we don't care. This works. I mean, obviously, if you're not sister owned, that would be weird, but otherwise everything else works. And then you can see we've got, again, smiling happy faces, and then the very basics of what we do, okay? Most people are just going to skim read this. And then down here, this is for SEO, partly your service areas. So you want to be really clear on where you clean. Okay. Terms and conditions, Jen are back. Yay.
Yeah.
And then that's basically it. Like your book now is pretty important. You're going to be able to customize this as well. You click Our Team Cleans. It's that easy. There are so many websites now that say that, and I think it's so funny because we all just copied and pasted from each other. But as you go down here, you can customize your little widgets. So you can reach out to Jen. She'll tell you where she got these.
Those are icons.
Sorry,
yeah,
icons, not widgets.
Yeah.
Whatever these are called. And that's basically it. Like, it's pretty simple. And then we have commercial quotes. This is just a page that you can ask them to create for you, I believe, right, Kevin? They can create
yes.
this. Okay. It takes a second to load because we have such a busy site and I'm through Zoom. But basically, this is for commercial cleans. So if you want a page that's just basic, where you get their information, this does actually work. We get about 1 or 2 commercial leads every month through this. So it's great. And then gift cards. And again, we always talk about like showing your values. Oh, we had an image.
I had to, because the picture, we originally had a picture of a same-sex couple up here, like a happy same-sex couple, because we're open to everybody.
Yeah.
But it's got too skinny and it wasn't showing up properly. So I just made it the wood. So we gotta like move it around.
Okay, cool. And then our frequently asked questions, we've really pared this down. This used to have a lot more information. Feel free to go through this on our website and you can see exactly what we've done. Okay, so we've made it as simple as humanly possible. That was kind of all I wanted to go over, is just, you know, exceptional, not affordable. We're not cheap. Heck no, we're good. And then also just remember, like, when you're doing your research, this is what's really fun. When you do a simple Google search on your city, just look at everyone else's and you'll see, like, they were all designed by Uncle Jim. If, you know, at best, if they have a website, and then they have these maybe like a query page where they give their information, but they don't get an instant quote. So the power here is in the instant quote. You know, and that, you know, it's weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, whatever. And right away.
And they'll also be really, really wordy.
Yeah.
There's a lot of those, like they're writing like so many words. And so
Yeah.
when we look at our Google Analytics or on the Google console, like what pages people are actually spending time on, it's the homepage and it's the booking page.
Yep.
That's
it.
And there's barely any words on either of those pages. Like they, you know, they want to see, oh, this looks good, and I can get the price right away.
And then these here questions on the right, like these, you know, this is all auto filled, and it's accurate. It's right there. Pricing wise, I know a lot of you want to know about pricing. So just take a look at ours if you want. Think about the fact that we are in one of the most expensive places in Canada.
Yeah, no, don't look at us.
We modeled our pricing off of New York City and Toronto. So if you're in, you know, a city with expensive housing accommodations, just take a look at that. Okay. And that's all I wanted to say about that. And then Jen, why did you take a whole month to do this?
I was just, I mean, I had time and I was scared. And I know other people like have taken a year. They've worked on their website for a year. That is not necessary. It's not necessary to spend a month either. Like, it's just, it was something to do. And I felt like I was making progress and it felt good. And I made it pretty. Like, to me, it was pretty. And also, I just wanted to point a good website. This Rohan told us this website to get stock images you can use is Pexels, Pexels. I'll put it in the. That's where I got all my images, and it's easy and free. And I designed our logo too, because when we started, I did not have $40 to spend on a logo. Like, I was in dire straits. So I just made it on Pixlr with a transparent background. So like, you don't, like, if you don't spend it, if you don't have it, it's coming.
And the funny thing, Jen, is like, you know, so keep in mind, you know, we've worked with a lot of people over the last 2 years of running our own company and just getting to know our community within our Convert Labs community and talk to all different types of people. And we see people that are, you know, billing millions of dollars and they still have, they have typos. They have the basic template. You could tell they plugged and play. They did not customize anything. The only thing they changed was their pricing. Just keep that in mind, because I think, Kevin, when you guys designed these, it was, you know, 2020, maybe. Everything, a lot has changed in 3 years in terms of our cost of living for everybody. So
and just a quick word on trying to make things perfect. Like, if your site is perfect, you took way too long to get it going. I don't think I've ever launched a site without a typo.
For sure.
And that's what you should be doing, right? Obviously, you want to make sure, you know, it looks good, but yeah, it's never going to be perfect.
Yeah, don't get nuts. Don't get nuts.
And I know, Sarah, you've been asking a lot in the community, which has been awesome, and sharing your designs and ideas, because you're going after, you're following our similar approach in terms of going after the higher end demographics. And yes, that's my answer there. And I think, you know, remember white kitchens a few years ago, how like everything had a white kitchen? Just, you know, if you're going to go after your really high end demographics, pay attention to their design trends, because personally, I think if you had an all white kitchen right now, that would feel a little dated, just because, you know, things have gone away. So
an all white, actually.
What's that?
My kitchen's all white.
Is it all white?
Yeah.
That's okay.
Passe.
And remember, you are probably not your target demographic, and that's okay.
Sure.
Okay, Kevin, no offense to you, but dudes, love you guys.
Yep.
Not my target demographic. I'm going for the moms, the busy moms, the kids. Yeah.
Victoria, I did go on Oak Bay Cleans, beautiful. What I did notice is that there was no like about us your link. And after that, I was scouting around other cleaning businesses in like New York and LA. Nobody, like there are like one or two really small companies that have an about us. That feels really homey, but like you know, a lot of other businesses did not have an about us, but there is an about us on the template that I'm using. So I'm wondering, like, is that something that we should just eliminate? As you guys were mentioning, maybe it's something that people don't really pay attention to.
I personally just don't think they care.
I think, well, okay, you know what, Vicky? I think it's not that I think you don't need a whole page for it. I think if you're putting it, like if you're inserting it in other places, like who you are, if you have a lot of experience, like if it's relevant, but I think people just like, they're so fast. Like they just
want a cleaner.
If
it's part of your story, like, okay, so here's a great example. So if you are a member like of a certain community, sorry, no hands. Jen's telling me no hands because my camera goes out.
Go unfocused.
Sorry. If you're a member of a certain community, so let's say you're a member of the queer community, or you're a member of the Caribbean community, or you're a member of, you know, whatever community. If that's going to be part of your brand story and that's going to be a part of who you're targeting, then that is really relevant. Jen and I saying, hey, we're Vic and Jen, and then giving our bios, like, and first up, that's also because we wanted to build a business that had nothing to do with us. Yeah. There's a really good podcast and writer, and I forget his name right now. It's John something, Warrican or something, but the podcast is called Built to Sell. So if you want to look that up, it's builttosell.com. And most of the podcast episodes are about people building software companies to sell for, you know, millions and millions of dollars. But there's a couple on there that are about local service companies. And I would love for any of us to go on there one day too and talk about selling our companies for $10 million. Kevin and Rohan, you guys definitely would be amazing on that podcast. But anyway, my point is that what they talk about a lot is building companies where it's not actually about you. And that's what helps you to sell your company. And it's a hard mindset when you're a small business owner to realize that it's actually better to take yourself out of the story.
Kevin, this one's for you. Do you give us access to the CSS?
If you just request for it, then yes, you should be able to get it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep. So there is some limitations, and the reason is because we used to allow people to kind of do whatever they wanted, and then a couple people would add plugins and some other things that had malware in it, and then that would affect other sites.
Yep.
So just over the years, we've just built it this way, so it's just as safe as possible. But send us a request, and yeah, we could basically do anything you want.
Thank you.
Colette asked, what about brand colors? Just launch and focus on everything else later. And then we'll go to Ben. Jen, do you want to talk about brand colors?
No.
I mean, I said it yesterday, but just Google the age group that is your target demographic and what colors they care about. It changes all the time, right? So I don't know if you heard the term millennial pink. Millennial pink was this really nice soft pink that was really hot, and millennials loved it for a hot minute. So if millennials are your target demographic, then you might want to do millennial pink.
So I basically already, like, you know, picked a website theme, but if I'm going back in and changing it now, I notice like there's not an option to just kind of like switch the website theme. Does that all work from just picking a new domain and then all of a sudden I can go in and do that? Or how does the process work?
Yeah, currently there's users don't have that ability. So send us an email and we're able to just revert things and remove your theme or switch it out for you.
Cool. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Okay, this might be a dumb question.
No such thing.
Well, would it be crazy to not have a phone number and force the customer to only email you and book online? Is
That would be the
crazy?
norm. So
Oh,
this is what
okay.
you're gonna do tomorrow. So today you can do some heads up research. Well, no, because it's 8 o'clock for you at night. So tomorrow, what you're gonna do, I'm gonna give you guys homework today. So for tomorrow, to prepare for our customer service night, tomorrow during the day, what I want you to do is research 10 cleaning companies. And I don't want you to think too hard about it. I want you to take the first 10 companies that come up on Google. Okay. And I want you to phone them and or email them and or fill out their query form on their website. And then tomorrow night, we're going to ask you, out of 10 companies, how many got back to you and gave you an instant quote? Okay. And out of 10 companies, there might be one that you can get a quote right away. You'll probably get maybe 3 phone calls back at best.
Wow.
And that, Kevin, I think that's pretty consistent everywhere, right?
Every year, it's like everyone always says 3 companies answer the phone
Wow.
out of 10 during normal business hours.
Yeah,
So,
normal business
Crystal,
hours.
if you don't have, like, that's your edge, is answering the
Okay.
phone. And our first
Oh.
booking was that realtor who called, and she said, oh, you're the first person I've called, so you're the first, you're gonna get, let's do it. Like, we got the booking because we answered the phone. She did not care about the price.
Yeah.
So
All right,
no,
I'll
I
answer.
would love to do it. I would love
I-
to not have a phone.
Yeah, I hate talking
I
to
know.
strangers on, it gives me anxiety when it rings and I don't know who it is.
Yeah.
I'm with
I'll
you.
work on that.
Yeah, wherever, it's the same thing, but you know, you just have to just switch your mind to, you know, like, you're not selling them anything. You're just
Yeah.
helping them book. That's it.
Okay, yeah.
That's it for today. Thanks for watching. Click like, subscribe, leave a comment or a question below. And most importantly, go to cleaningcompanyblueprint.com if you're ready to join us in starting your own cleaning company.